Vladimir Putin!
This is the most serious crisis humanity has ever faced.
Vladimir Putin.
Now you have Ireland and Great Britain and the Republic standing together against a murderous dictator, a pure thug who is waging an immoral war against the people of Ukraine. Fill up your tank. None of it should hinge on whether a dictator declares war and commits genocide half a world away.
Senator Kaine, what went wrong with the Russia reset?
Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin is a dictator.
And what would you do differently?
Vladimir Putin is a dictator. He's not a leader. Anybody who thinks otherwise doesn't know Russian history.
I think that Adolf Hitler and Vladimir Putin are cut from the same cloth. He is a Hitler with nuclear weapons.
He is Adolf Hitler of the 21st century. And this is why Ukrainian nation is fighting so hard.
You have an aggressive psychopath in the Kremlin with nuclear weapons and a taste for blood.
I'm here, I'm telling you the people are dying. You're telling some nonsense about Nazis that you have never seen because you're sitting in your warm and whatever safe place and you are there to tell me what's happening in my country right now. They bombarded the children's hospital.
Attacking civilians, attacking hospitals, even attacking schools, unconcerned by the collateral damage. It appears that he has the same lack of morals and scruples that Hitler had in the Second World War.
Мною принято решение о проведении специальной военной операции.
There is something wrong there. There is a screw loose.
Ура!
Talking rubbish, you're a disgrace.
What is like a rubbish? It's like really what's going on here? Have you ever hurt yourself? Have you even looked at yourself about that? This is a total nonsense.
There is something wrong there. There is a screw loose.
Бендеровцы и неонацисты.
Putin publicly stated his reason for invading Ukraine was that he wants to rid the country of Nazis and drug addicts.
Мною принято решение о проведении специальной военной операции. Ее цель – защита людей, которые на протяжении 8 лет подвергаются издевательствам, геноциду со стороны киевского режима. И для этого мы будем стремиться к демилитаризации и денацификации Украины, а также преданию суду тех.
I'm here, I'm telling you the people are dying. You're telling some nonsense about Nazis that you have never seen because you're sitting in your warm and whatever safe place and you are there to tell me what's happening in my country right now. They bombarded the children's hospital.
Condemn this barbaric attack and the cynical arguments to justify it.
This hideous and barbaric venture of Vladimir Putin must end in failure.
Putin chose this war, and now he and his country will bear the consequences.
There is something wrong there. There is a screw loose.
Putin wants to redraw Europe's map by force.
But what will the West do?
To press on with tightening the economic vice around Vladimir Putin.
Will we confront Putin?
Saying, oh, they're going to sanction me. They've sanctioned me for the last 25 years. You mean I can take over a whole country and they're going to sanction me? You mean they're not going to blow us to pieces, at least psychologically? The problem is not that Putin is smart, which of course he's smart, but the real problem is that our leaders are dumb. Dumb. So dumb.
Direct confrontation between NATO and Russia is World War III. Something we must strive to prevent.
When he's in the corner, that's when he's dangerous.
I don't see Putin having any qualms about using chemical weapons.
What we are facing right now is a real nuclear threat. What we are facing right now is a real humanitarian catastrophe. Here on the ground where people are being killed by Putin, who is trying to take our country just because he is crazy and he thinks that he can do it, and because NATO is right now still considering what they are going to do. This is and his forces are attacking my town, are attacking my house, are attacking our country.
The world is treading carefully. Putin controls the world's largest arsenal of nuclear weapons and has already threatened anyone who might interfere.
Кто бы ни пытался помешать нам, должны знать, что ответ России будет незамедлительным и приведет вас к таким последствиям, с которыми вы в своей истории еще никогда не столкнулись.
This is the most serious crisis humanity has ever faced.
This is a person who has threatened us with nuclear war. That would be the end of everything.
And he's got 6,500 nuclear weapons and a willingness to use them.
He's threatened to use the nuclear weapons. He already have done this. So what else do you think should happen?
We are speaking about closing the sky. Now is very bad. And in future, it will be too late.
Been pleading to the whole world, to the NATO countries, give us the no-fly zone over Ukraine. Close the sky for us.
I think we need to really seriously threaten no-fly zones, because that's what Putin is really concerned about, is if his aircraft cannot maneuver over Ukraine and his ground troops are operating so badly, I think the Ukrainian military and the Ukrainian militias will very quickly turn him over.
I haven't seen any evidence that he's willing to back down. And it's not his style at all, ever. He doesn't back down.
He said that I learned very good. I learned forever. Don't try to push somebody into the corner. They will jump. Because when you don't have what to lose, you attack. I think it's absolutely true about himself. When he's in the corner, that's why he's dangerous. He can jump. He will not say, okay, let's talk. He will jump.
Fly zone might set off a chain of escalation that could end in doomsday.
If we set up a no-fly zone over Ukraine, the Russians will test it, and we will have to shoot down Russian aircraft. And the challenge then is, what is the escalation chain from that point onwards, where we've just shot down Russian aircraft, or they've shot down our aircraft, and the risk is it goes all the way up to a global thermonuclear war. And then you have billions of people dying. And
interest of NATO, how are they going to act? NATO is saying, yeah, it's very scary. We don't want to provide you with a no-fly zone because it can start the World War III. I can tell you.
Don't kid yourself. That's called World War III.
The crucial question, is there a force in the world right now that is able to stop Putin from doing what he's doing?